Good evening and welcome back to Void 1680 AM. I am, as always, your program director, coming at you on a cool Sunday night in Dallas, Texas. If this is your first time listening to the broadcast and you're wondering what the hell it is going on here, I'll tell you. On a regular basis, Void 1680 AM broadcasts shows from our affiliates all across the country and points beyond. What that means for you is a regular dose of different playlists, different callers, different DJs, different slices of life. If that sounds interesting to you and you're following along on YouTube, be sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss a single show. We give ample notification of all upcoming broadcasts. And if you're interested in becoming an affiliate yourself, check the show notes for a link to Void 1680 AM, which includes complete instructions for setting up your radio station, building your playlist, fielding callers, and submitting your show for broadcast, just like this one. You are, of course, not required to submit your show for broadcast, but I do recommend it, because you never know who needs to hear what it is you have to say. Finally, by popular demand, I've created a Discord for all current, future, aspiring DJs of Void 1680 AM, as well as fans of the show. Come on in, check that show note for a link, accept the invitation, come on in and talk music, expand on the lore of your favorite DJs and stations, or just hang out with some pretty chill, like-minded people. We'd love to have you. Alright, that's enough spiel for one night. I mentioned before our affiliates come from all over the country and points beyond, and that's true. But typically I'm referring to geographic distance. Tonight's show comes to us not just from Baltimore, a mythical Baltimore. It comes to us from Baltimore in the 1990s. Yes, DJ Mordecai Chalk of Kvmp 966 is coming to us from the mythical and monstrous 90s. You may know Baltimore, but I don't think you know Baltimore like this. You'll listen to the program and everything will seem kind of normal and things just start to get a little bit weird. I'll leave it up to you to discover what that means. For now, it is my great honor and pleasure to introduce DJ Mordecai Chalk. Take it away, DJ.
Hello, one and all, and welcome to Kvmp 966, because music shouldn't suck. I am, as always, your humble servant, late-night rambling philosopher Mordecai Chalk. It ain't the name my mama gave me, but it's the name I'm giving you. Welcome, friends and strangers, to the show, broadcasting to the Baltimore area, Charm City, her dear self, for 30 years and more. Before we begin, I'd like to give a warm thank you to Juicy Lucy's proud friend of the show. They have free drinks for talent performers during every happy hour. Juicy Lucy's, you can be yourself, or, if it suits you, anyone else. Till the end of time, my friend. Well, we're not at the end of time, but we are looking at the start of fall. There's that slight edge to the wind, sharp as a razor blade, soaked in the blood of the freshly dead. The leaves are turning, they're giving up the ghost. They're falling to the ground to nourish the soil or to get burnt in a giant bonfire, as suits many of our local eccentrics. The nights are longer, of course, which suits me right down to the ground. People are a little bit more honest at night, I find, and more I find that honesty is the only coin that truly spends. As one of my favorite films says every time I rewatch it, history is made at night, and character is what you are in the dark. We won't be digging too deep into history at the top of the hour, but I can but hope that the years to come will be kind to our opening trio of songs. Catch you in a few.
Dream 1,000 dreams, been haunted by a million so long ago.
Come on, man. And with the local DBC news, LL Cool J with a triumphant comeback.
Morris but tonight,
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. I'm rocking my peers, putting suckers in fear, making the tears rain down like a monsoon. Listen to the bass go boom, explosion, overpowering over the competition. I'm towering, wrecking shop. When I drop these lyrics that'll make you call the cops. Don't you dare stare. You better move. Don't ever compare me to the rest that'll all get sliced and
welcome back. That was Land of Confusion by Genesis, Mama Said Knock You Out by LL Cool J, and Come As You Are by Nirvana. Miss you, Kurt. You know, my thirsty listeners, sometimes I look up at those night stars overhead and I wonder if anything's waiting up there for us. Arthur C. Clarke said of the cosmos that to be alone in the universe was just as terrifying a notion as not to be. He was talking about aliens, of course, but of course that question's long since settled. I'll get to where my feelings are on that later. My mind drifts towards other forces of the stars. For me, I think about God. The question if anybody's in charge, well, I don't think we're going to be answering that tonight. But I do wonder about the aliens that Arthur C. Clarke talked about and how nowadays they are so tied up in conspiracies. The Men in Black, Area 51, Majestic 12. I wonder whether or not the conspiracy might be a substitute for God. At a point we're starting to stop believing in the big beard in the sky. I mean, think about it. The they that are in charge of everything, huge and unfathomable. Their motives known but to them. Why do bad things happen? They did it. Why doesn't the bad thing make sense? They are trying to confuse you. And really, how is that any different than moves in mysterious ways? Scary as that notion is, there is a comfort in it. They might not have your best interests at heart, but at least someone's running the show. Not too different from the notion of JC's dad himself. I'd like to think that somebody in the world has it all figured out, don't we? Because the other side of that curious coin, of somebody sinister being in charge, is no one in charge. Scary. But maybe freeing? If nothing matters but what we do, then maybe all that's left to do in this world is to make it as good a place as we can for us and ours. Food for thought. And speaking of food, I would be dearly remiss if I didn't share this paid commercial announcement from the manager of Marciano's, Omar. Best pizza in town, I do say. I have one in front of me right now, and it looks so good I don't want to eat it. I am going to eat it, to be absolutely clear, but I don't want to. I want to just enjoy the fact that it is. In this moment I'll have my pie, and later I'll eat it too. Omar tells me also to tell everybody that unlike other pizzerias in the Baltimore area, no one who works at Marciano's has been convicted of human trafficking. Gotta say, Omar, your statement has me asking an awful lot of questions, but I feel that if I were to ask them, you'd say you'd already answered them. It says here that he takes great pains to specify that they have free delivery and that the crazy woman with the poster tube doesn't deliver the pizzas anymore. I imagine he's talking about Fair Daisy, frequent caller to this fine radio broadcast, who is, I must say, quite a card. Speaking of cards, here's the next hand in this game of chance and skill that is KVMP 966. Enjoy, and please, gamble responsibly.
Why it's only after dawn. to find her gone, and a note says only after dark.
It's been 7 hours and 15 days since you took your love away. I go out every night and sleep all day since you took your love away. Since you've been gone, I can do whatever I want. I can see whomever I choose. I can eat my dinner in a fancy restaurant, but nothing, I said nothing can take away these blues, 'cause nothing compares to you. It's been so lonely without you here, like a bird without a song. Nothing can stop these lonely tears from falling. Tell me, baby, where did I go wrong? I could put my arms around every boy I see. They'd only remind me of you. I went to the doctor and guess what he told me? Guess what he told me? He said, girl, you better try to have fun no matter what you do. But he's a fool, 'cause nothing compares to you. All the flowers that you planted, mama, in the backyard, all died when you went away. I know that living with you, baby, was sometimes hard, but I'm willing to give it another try. Nothing compares to you. Nothing compares to you. Nothing compares to you.
Welcome back to KVMP. That was After Dark by Tito and Tarantula, How Soon Is Now by The Smiths, and Nothing Compares to You, written by Prince and performed by Sinead O'Connor. Been thinking a little bit lately about Miss Sinead O'Connor, about a discussion that I overheard not too long ago when I was shopping for new records for this here broadcast. On the cusp of fame, she spent all her coin to let the world know just what she thought of the Pope. Strong words, but I respect him. I suppose you call me a non-believer myself, so I don't have a dog in this fight, but it takes 5 miles of moxie to stare down the most powerful religious figure in the world and tell them that they done wrong. Can't help but notice the Pope's still around, though, which has me thinking about the notion of futility and whether or not there's nobility in it, any dignity in that one last spitwad in the enemy's eye before the sword swings down and your head is lonesome for your shoulders. You might ask, what the heck's the point? The axe will fall, the rain will come, the sun comes up, and the world still spins, and your gesture is only meaningful to you. Is it selfless or the ultimate act of narcissism? Sometimes I think about that, because in a world that seems determined to not give a damn about any of us, maybe all we have in the end are futile gestures. Ah, well, I see we have a caller, and speak of the devil, and you'll hear the rustle of her wings, or in this case, the lyrical dance of her brogue. Hello, Daisy Cochran. You are live on KVMP 966. Now, first order of business, I'm not playing Chumbawamba, or the Pet Shop Boys, or the Real Mackenzies, because thanks to you, my dear, we are over quota. Oh, hey, well, that answers question number 1. Hello there, Mordecai Chalk. So, I couldn't take your name seriously. You sound like a Now, Miss Cochran, once again, I do remind you not to swear on a live broadcast. Whoa! It's not a swear word. Come to me ancestral home, mate. That's a punctuation mark. Welcome from. Anyways, getting distracted, right? So listen, I've been thinking, firstly, to Omar, I do apologise for my traffic tickets. I assure you that now I'll know which side of the road that you Yanks drive on, and I'll do my best to remember that. And I'll keep on waiting for you thickies to convert to the metric system so I can get your speed limits right too. Now tell a reason I called. Been thinking about God, same as you, Mordecai. Sorry, still funny. Usually I love it to just once a week, but I've been thinking about the divine a lot more lately. I realise I'm not going to church because I'm finding any divine light shining down on me. Got in a community, got in a home. All I get at the experience is this wee thought running on a repeat through my cerebellum. If I keep this up, I might not go to hell. That's why I go to church. I don't go to find heaven. I go to get out of hell. Well, this past week, the big man up front who speaks for an even bigger man upstairs, he went on a wee tell about a girl singer who fancies lassies the way I do, and I just got up and left. Couldn't I take it? I walked the streets crying like a wee babe, thinking thoughts fouler than the Queen's hole. How can I fear damnation's flame when men like that make me feel my time on earth is hell already? Anyways, lately I've been thinking alright on Christian thought on that sentence. I'd quite like to meet God. I would. And I asked him why he thinks one lass cannot love another, or one bloke cannot love another bloke. Or why a bloke cannot decide she's a lassie, or a lassie cannot decide he's a bloke. Or if either of them can decide that they want to be anything between and beyond. I like to ask him that. I'm right curious about the answer. And I like to have something big and heavy in my hands if I'm not happy with it. Anyways, that's my sixpence. Priest was pissed about Melissa Etheridge, so I'd like to request something by her, if that's quite alright. Oh, and my new roommate loves the Indigo Girls, so she asked would you kindly play something by them too. Daisy, I can absolutely do that. I hope it brings you measure of comfort on this dark night of the soul. I may only have the radio waves and only my records, but as much as I can give them to you, they're yours. Appreciate it, mate, and cheers. Listen, if you ever got any kind of problems with the paranormal... appears we've lost Fair Daisy, just as she was about to try and plug her job without paying our advertising rates. I can't blame her. Anyways, I'm going to give Daisy exactly what she asked for with this next block of songs. Take care, Daisy, and all my other thirsty listeners on KVMP 966.
his head was on the block. The crime was looking up the truth. And as the bombshells of my daily fears explode, I try to trace them to my youth. And then you had to bring up reincarnation over a couple of beers the other night. And now I'm serving time for mistakes made by another in another lifetime. How long till my soul gets it right? Will any human being ever reach that kind of light? I call on the resting soul of Galileo, king of night vision, king of insight. And then I think about my fear of motion, which I never could explain. Some other fool across the ocean years ago must have crashed his little airplane. How long till my soul gets it right? Can any human being ever reach that kind of light? I call on the resting soul of Galileo, king of night vision, king of insight. I'm not making a joke, you know me, I take everything so seriously. If we wait for the time till our souls get it right, then at least I know there'll be no nuclear annihilation. In my lifetime, I'm still not right. I offer thanks to those before me. That's all I've got to say. 'Cause maybe you squandered big bucks in your lifetime. Now I have to pay. But then again, it feels like some sort of inspiration to let the next life off the hook. Or she'll say, look what I had to overcome from my last life. I think I'll write a book. How long till my soul gets it right? Can any human being ever reach the highest light? Except for Galileo, Galileo, king of night vision, king of insight. How long till my soul gets it right? Till we reach the highest light. Till my soul gets it right? Till we reach the highest light.
I sit alone in my four-cornered room staring at candles. Oh, that shit is on? Let me drop some shit like this here. Real. At night I can't sleep, I toss and turn. Candlesticks in the dark, visions of bodies being burned. Four walls just staring at a nigga. I'm paranoid, sleeping with my finger on the trigger. My mother's always stressing I ain't living right, but I ain't going out without a fight. See, every time my eyes close, I start sweating and blood starts coming out my nose. It's somebody watching the act, but I don't know who it is, so I'm watching my back. I can see him when I'm deep in the covers. When I awake, I don't see the motherfucker. He owns a black hat like I own, a black suit and a cane like my own. Some might say take a chill, B, but fuck that shit. There's a nigga trying to kill me. I'm popping in the clip when the wind blows. Every 20 seconds got me peeping out my window. Investigating a joint for traps. Taking my telephone for taps. I'm staring at the woman on the corner. It's fucked up when your mind is playing tricks on you. I make big money, I drive big cars, everybody know me. It's like I'm a movie star, but late at night, something ain't right. I feel I'm being tailed by the same sucker's headlights. Is it that fool that I ran off the block? Or is it that nigga last week that I shot? Or is it the one I beat for $5,000? Thought he had cane, but it was gold, met a flower. Reached under my seat, grabbed my papa for the suckers. Ain't no use to me lying, I was scared than a motherfucker. Hook the left in the Popeyes and bail dot quick. If it's going down, let's get this shit over with. Here they come, just like I figured. I got my hand on the motherfucking trigger. When I saw 'em, make your ass start giggling. 3 blind, crippled, and crazy senior citizens. I live by the swamp. I take my boys everywhere I go because I'm paranoid. I keep looking over my shoulder and peeping around corners. My mind is playing tricks on me. Day by day it's more impossible to cope. I feel like I'm the one that's doing dope. Can't keep a steady hand because I'm nervous. Every Sunday morning I'm in service, praying for forgiveness and trying to find an exit out the business. I know the Lord is looking at me, but yet and still it's hard for me to feel happy. I often drift when I drive, having fatal thoughts of suicide. Bang and get it over with. And then I'm worry-free, but that's bullshit. I got a little boy to look after, and if I die, then my child will be a bastard. I had a woman down with me, but to me it seemed like she was down to get me. She helped me out in this shit, but to me she was just another bitch. Now she's back with her mother. Now I'm realizing that I love her. Now I'm feeling lonely. My mind is playing tricks on me.
This year Halloween fell on a weekend. Me and Ghetto Boys are trick-or-treating, robbing little kids for bags, till an old man got behind our ass. So we speeded up the pace, took a look back, and he was right before our face. He'd be in for a squabble, no doubt, so I swung and hit the nigga in his mouth. He was going down, we figured, but this wasn't no ordinary nigga. He stood about 6 or 7 feet. Now that's the nigga I be seeing in my sleep. So we triple teamed on him, dropping them motherfucking bees on him. The more I swung, the more blood flew. Then he disappeared, and my boys disappeared too. Then I felt just like a fiend. It wasn't even close to Halloween. It was dark as fuck on the streets. My hands were all bloody from punching on the concrete. Goddamn, homie, my mind is playing tricks on me.
Just to listen to your breath, and I would stand inside my hell and hold the hand of death. You don't know how far I'd go to ease the this precious ache. And you don't know how much I give or how much I can take just to reach you, just to reach you, oh, to reach you. Come to my window, crawl inside, wait by the light of the moon. Come to my window, I'll be home soon. Keeping my eyes open, I cannot afford to sleep. Giving away promises I know that I can't keep. Nothing fills the blackness that has seeped into my chest. I need you in my blood, I am forsaking all the rest. Just to reach you, just to reach you, oh, I'll reach you. Come to my window, crawl inside, wait by the light of the moon. Come to my window, I'll be home soon. I don't care what they think, I don't care what they say. What do they know about this love Come to my window, I'll be home, I'll be home, I'll be home. I'm coming home. Come to my window, oh, crawl inside, wait by the light of the moon. Come to my window, I'll be home soon. I'll be home, I'll be home. I'm coming home. Come to my window, oh, crawl inside, wait by the light of the moon. Come to my window, I'll be home soon. I'll be home, I'll be home, I'll be home.
Welcome back, my thirsty listeners. That was Galileo by the Indigo Girls, Mind Playing Tricks on Me by the Ghetto Boys, and Come to My Window by one Melissa Etheridge. You know, talking with Fair Daisy about her life has me thinking back to the 1970s when the government finally admitted what those who knew already knew, that the paranormal existed and that weird critters and peoples were all real. Not to brag, but I was clued in. Never mind how. Fast forward to today. I can get wolfsbane at the grocery store 3 blocks down. I can get a book on how to apply it at Borders. Or if I don't want to do either of those, I can pay a professional to do it for me. I look out my window, and there's an ad up across the street for some kind of Tinkerbell movie. And there's another ad right next to it saying that a pet pixie is for life, not just for when the Disney Vault opens up again. Commerce and commercialism, it did what it does, and the magical and strange is just another part of life. Kind of wonder if the real conspiracy is that, taking everything mysterious, even the very concept of mystery, and turning it into something you can get at a mall. Or maybe I'm just an old fart who's mad that they let anybody into the club these days. Who's to say? Anyways, I'd like to take the time to play a brief commercial sponsorship from a local small business. Unlike a certain other business that almost got mentioned earlier tonight, these folks paid their bills, which means they get promotion and I get to eat. Everybody's happy. Who says commercialism is all bad? Hello, I'm River Morse. My wife is my boss. I manage my wife's brewery company, the best microbrewery in Baltimore, Hop Slug Brewery. We have flavor so rich you'd think it was magical, but it isn't. We don't have problems with the ghosts anymore. The ghost donkey didn't do anything to the brew. I watched. We use a special family recipe that I'm not going to give away on the radio, but I'm told it tastes very good. I wouldn't know because I don't drink. I like to get stoned on the weekends instead. Also, I want to address the rumors spread by a certain pizzeria and state up front that we are not affiliated with the vampire drug dealers or the werewolf biker gang or the mummy day traders. People ask me all the time if it's weird having a wife who's your boss, and I say, you don't count as a person, Magic Ghost Donkey. You're just a ghost donkey, and you have a lot to learn about toxic masculinity and being a man in modern society. So now that the ghost donkey is clued in, please come on down to Hop Slug Brewery. Our booze is not magical in any way. Hop Slug Brewery. I said that already. Well, you know what? If River Morris insists that it's not magical, I'm inclined to believe him. I might up and fetch me one of those spiced ales myself. Drink it nice and warm, which was the custom for many centuries, till refrigeration came along to spoil the fun. Not that I'd know firsthand, of course. Coming up on the end of the show, so join me one last time as we drive into the inky caress of midnight. Journey with me, my faithful companions and my thirsty listeners here on KVMP 966.
Marky got with Sharon, and Sharon got Sharia. She was sharing Sharon's outlook on the topic of disease. Mikey had a facial scar and Bobby was a racist. They were all in love with dying, they were doing it in Texas. Tommy played piano like a kid out in the rain, and then he lost his leg in Dallas. He was dancing with the train. They were all in love with dying, they were drinking from a fountain that was pouring like an avalanche coming down the mountain.
I don't mind the sun sometimes, the images it shows. I can taste you on my lips and smell you in my clothes. Cinnamon and sugar and softly spoken lies. You never know just how to look through other people's eyes.
Hot pursuit and fiery auto crashes. Some will die in hot pursuit while sifting through my ashes. Some will fall in love with life and drink it from a fountain that is pouring like an avalanche coming down the mountain.
I don't mind the sun sometimes, the images it shows. I can taste you on my lips and smell you in my clothes. Cinnamon and sugary and softly spoken lies. You never know just how you look through other people's eyes.
Another Mikey took a knife while arguing in traffic. Flipper died a natural death, he caught a nasty virus. And then there was the ever-present football player rapist. They were all in love with dying, they were doing it in Texas. Holly caught a bullet, but it only hit his leg. Well, it should have been a better shot, got him in the head. They were all in love with dying, they were drinking from a fountain that was pouring like an avalanche coming down the mountain.
I don't mind the sun sometimes, the images it shows. I can taste you on my lips and smell you in my clothes. Cinnamon and sugary and softly spoken lies. You never know just how you look through other people's All we need is candlelight, you and me, and a bottle of wine, and I'll hold you tonight. Well, we know I'm going away, and how I wish you were so take this wine and drink with me. Let's delay our misery. Say tonight, fight the break of dawn. Come tomorrow, tomorrow I'll be gone. Say tonight, fight the break of dawn. Come tomorrow, tomorrow I'll be gone. There's a log on the fire, and it burns like me for you. Tomorrow comes with one desire, to take me away. Oh, it's true. It ain't easy to say goodbye. Darling, please don't start to cry. 'Cause girl, you know I've got to go. Oh, and Lord, I wish it wasn't so. Save tonight and fight the break of dawn. Come tomorrow, tomorrow I'll be gone. Save tonight and fight the break of dawn. Come tomorrow, tomorrow I'll be gone. Take me away. I wish that I could stay. Girl, you know I've got to go. Oh, Lord, I wish it wasn't so. Save tonight and fight the break of dawn. Come tomorrow, tomorrow I'll be gone. Save tonight and fight the break of dawn. Come tomorrow, tomorrow I'll be gone. Save tonight and fight the break of dawn. Come tomorrow, tomorrow I'll be gone. Save tonight and fight the break of dawn. Come tomorrow, tomorrow I'll be gone. Tomorrow I'll be gone. Tomorrow I'll be gone. Tomorrow I'll be gone. Tomorrow I'll be gone.
and welcome back for one last time tonight. That was Pepper by the Butthole Surfers, Saved Tonight by Eagle-Eyed Sherry, and Until the End of the World by U2. Kind of a grim outro, but suddenly I'm in a grim mood. You ever wonder if there's a part of us that wants the apocalypse? Like, obviously we don't want to die, but people do themselves in regardless of survival instinct. Maybe we don't want just the one thing. Maybe part of us does want an end. Maybe part of us wants all this to just stop. What's the alternative? We get up and do it again tomorrow, and then the next day, and the next month, the next year, the next decade. We get faster cars and fewer colors. We get movies made by computer. We get another president, and then another one. Who wouldn't want it all to stop? I think part of us wants it to. Humans made CFCs, after all. But humans also banned CFCs, and that, I think, is it right there. Inside each of us are the reflections of the spirit of creation and the urge towards destruction. And how else could it be? For they walk hand in hand. The death of pine trees to a fire is what causes their seeds to sprout. All flesh becomes grass and soil, and all grass and soil becomes flesh. Those leaves that fall I mentioned earlier, they're a part of it all too. Even when they're burned to ash in a bonfire, that smoke causes rain, causes moisture to condense around each and every particle, and brings the fire's own natural enemy down upon it. Maybe the tarot has a point when they tell us that death is just change. So, here's to what's inevitable, whatever that is, be it change or be it death. Here's to another night of soft thoughts and the voice on the other end. Here's to you, faithful listener, as I, Mordecai Chalk, sign off for another evening. Good luck to you all in your struggles, my friends. I've been around long enough to know you won't always win, but you always gotta try. This is Mordecai Chalk, or KVMP 966, where music doesn't suck. And I'm signing off for the evening. Good night, and good luck.